Welcome to the Blessed Teach Show. This is Rick, your host. Had all kinds of technical issues. YouTube's not allowing me to go live with an event before time, which gives you guys about a half hour time. So I created two separate events. It didn't work. So I had to just do the session to where I can go live now. So sorry for you guys who had to wait, that we're waiting to be live. But it looks like we are working and going live right now. It looks strong. Got a great connection. We are looking good. So we are talking about a Cabal narrative change. Is Jimmy Carter going to be that Cabal narrative change, or is Q going to stop him by showing him that he knows what's going on? We got tons of new Q from Thursday all the way late in the night. And as you know, yesterday, don't miss it, we had an update on the DUMBs, the deep underground military bases with Gene last night. I was at the hotel traveling on the East Coast, and paid for the extra bandwidth, so that it recorded extremely well. So don't miss that update from Gene. We also have some great things coming up, so don't miss Monday. We will have Gene going over the health of the pineal gland, which is vitally important for your sleep and your rhythm of your body and just your overall health, as well as spiritually connecting. We'll talk a lot about that on Monday. Thursday, he'll be backstage on Gene Unleashed, right? That's all about Gene. Also, Saturday, we have Operation Mockingbird. This Saturday, we'll have Operation Mockingbird, which Sharon and her team of the Raw Truth Narrative, which also includes Gene, believe it or not, about Operation Mockingbird. That'll be probably a 2 or 3 part series on each Saturday going forward, because that's a vital thing to understand. Hey, I see people coming through on the chat. That's just fantastic. I'm going to close this other one down so I can see what's going on. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to just give me 1 second, guys. I am just bringing up the chat in a much larger area so I can see y'all and we can discuss. So who do we have online now? These are people that are really patient, because they've had to work through and change, I think, the chat 3 times. So I see Jason saying, Rick, upstate New York, where we go one, we go all. Alan Deary found me first from Pennsylvania. We've got California, Pennsylvania, Southern California, Florida, Michigan. I just love it. Orlando, Florida. I really appreciate everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Live from New Mexico. I love it. All right, so I'm using a whole new interface on that because they shut down my ability to do the events for right now. I will see what's happened. Hopefully that's a short-term thing of whatever they've done to me. But we'll keep on rolling here. Let's get rolling. Look at this. The last thing we saw was a new castle clean. And Gene gave 3 different types of decodes on this. Bottom line, I think it's just the White House cleaned out that Russian agent that was there. Gene's talking about the castling that you can do in chess as well as just the way just this guy's smiling kind of, and this guy's looking down like and he thinks that's pointing to the DUMBs war that's going on right now. But that's the last one we had on January 22nd. And the 23rd, he went wild on a bunch of things. And so we're going to go over those here right now. Look at this. The first one is emails expose what Obama admin knew about the Bidens and Burisma. So Q gives us a tweet. And he says, truth and facts will prevail. The public will learn the truth. Q. I love it. The public will learn the truth. That's what we're here for. We're all here for the truth. And this is a congratulations to Joe Zolo. You can see it's at JAAZEE1. So go follow another patriot that got queued. It says, breaking, Laura Ingraham investigation. Emails expose what Obama admin knew about Biden's and Burisma. And this is really great show by Laura a couple nights ago. I think it was late Thursday night. And so go listen to that. I think it's a 5-minute video, so I'm not going to have time to obviously go over that right now. Yeah, it's 5 minutes and 42 seconds. But a great deal, basically showing that White House logs and emails indicate that the whistleblower, the fake whistleblower, that we can't say his name. If I say his name, literally YouTube, being the tyrants they are would actually shut down my video. And they won't let anybody in network say it. It's the police state of the left, basically using their criminal activity to try to protect this guy. His name's Eric C. I can't say his last name, but anyway. the whole fact is he is an anti-Trumper in the C_A, and he's been working with Schiff, and half the people he let in the White House, and this is just the most shocking part. So he actually helped organize a meeting with the Ukrainians back in, I think it was 2017, or it's either 2016 or 2017, about the concerns of Burisma and Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, and the whistleblower, the fake whistleblower, was there. Now that is just crazy stuff to just think, and so I just love how they're leaking this out at the exact right time. Boy, is tomorrow going to be fun when the Republicans I would say the white hats start destroying the cabal and their narrative, their false narrative, with this false whistleblower, with 2 impeachment articles that aren't even crimes. So that's why I love it. Truth and facts will prevail. The public will learn the truth. So even though all the lies have been told for the last 4 months, right? Now the truth will start tomorrow morning on Saturday, I believe, is when it's going to start happening. The real stuff's going to come out, and I think a lot more people will start watching. It's been so boring because they've heard the same thing over and over and over again. Nobody's above the law. We can't have abuse of power. People are talking about every single president's been accused of abuse of power, because that they're the most powerful person in the entire world. And if they exercise it, it pisses off all political enemies. That's just a fact. 3784. Here it is. It says D-class, COC, POTUS, bar to Durham. And this is amazing because you're talking about the D-class of the chain of command. What's that talking about is this goes all the way to Obama, because it was in the presidential daily briefs, and Obama was involved in that White House meeting, obviously, with Burisma and Ukraine. And so they're going to find out that this is not, Obama is not clean. That's why it says D-class of the chain of command. POTUS bar to Durham. F in brackets, and this whole thing's in brackets as well. F classified, meaning foreign classified intel provided by the Five Eyes and non-Five Eyes as needed. All right. Does Durham want to freeze public D-class due to criminal nature of the probes? Woo! You just gotta love that. You gotta love that, because you know that is freaking out. Because all the deep staters watch Q. They're more interested than you and I are. I guarantee you. They know their life's at stake, and so when they look and see, oh my goodness, that's why they haven't declassed yet. Is because Durham's doing criminal nature of his probes, right? Think GJ material. Let's think grand jury material. When did the investigation begin? When did the investigation really begin? Nothing can stop what is happening. Nothing. Slow drip to a flood. Q. So we've been getting the slow drip of D-class, right? Just kind of like they did the slow drip of WikiLeaks back in 2016. But the flood is coming soon. So the summary of that was declassification chain of command. That's 3784. Now let's go to 3785. Hey, I did want to quickly get the sponsor of this ad. This episode. This is Noble Gold. This is a cool thing, guys. It really is. That when you're looking at diversifying your investments in your retirement, getting to a gold or a precious metals based 401k or IRA makes a lot of sense, especially at this time of year, because you can still get some bigger tax breaks as well. So it's kind of a double benefit. So if you need to roll anything over or can start something new, etc., call this 877-646-5347. And Noble Gold, who are experts with precious metals, can help you make sure. Because with stock markets and property and bonds all looking rocky as far as being extremely high historically, right? And precious metals, gold and silver, might be the way to go. So Noble Gold are experts on precious metal IRAs, and they've helped thousands of families become more safe with precious metals IRAs. Again, you can look at the link down below in this YouTube video, and actually get there. But or call them up. Just make sure you told them Blessed to Teach told you to check him out. Again, you can get this free booklet about here. Again, 877-646-5347. Secure your family's fortune and get a tax break with a precious metals IRA. All right, back to these Q posts. We're at now 3785. Looking forward to that flood, sir. And that was an anon that said that. And Q replies, what storm, Mr. President? You'll see. POTUS, Q. So that is awesome. So it is funny that people say, well, Q was wrong here. He said you'll find out, which he did the first time they asked this question. And several times they asked it, but I was listening to the Shady Matrix show, which do a great job of decoding. Those guys don't work full time like me. So if you really want somebody that's going to go back and actually look at past Q drops and matching them up to the future, they do a great job, and they just have a team that basically is doing a lot of decoding. And they found an actual video, so if you want to go see it, where he actually says you'll see. So Q is proven right again, even when people try to attack him. Right? It reminds me of the Bible reliability from an archaeology standpoint. Critics just attacked the Bible and said Luke is wrong here, Luke is wrong in Acts, Luke is wrong in the book of Luke, and he was a doctor and he was very meticulous. And the reason the archaeologists always talk about Luke is because he documented a lot of places and a lot of who was over who, and they're saying no, we know best historical facts that these were the leaders, not what Luke said. And when he talks about some type of event that happened, he goes, that event didn't happen. It happened this way according to what we know now. Well, then new archaeological evidence started happening, and sure enough, Luke was proven right every single time. And the critics from the 60s and 70s and 80s look like fools. And that's what's happening right now, that the actual QAnon, it continues to be right, and people that have been criticizing it, like Alex Jones and Jack Posobiec, and who were some of these people from the past that just all attacked him, right? Like what is that? No School? I can't remember his name anymore. But they all attacked QAnon, and they're looking like fools, just like those critics of Luke. The critics of Q are all going to be just proven wrong, and history is going to be on the side of Q and QAnon. Here's 3786. It has another tweet. It says, congratulations, UK patriots. Independence is a beautiful thing. Globalism dead? Q. Woo, big statement there. Big question to us. Globalism dead? To me, this is a huge death blow to them. When they lose England out of the EU, just think about that. This is the head. London is the head of the snake when it comes to the Queen and King and the Cabal rolling up to all that. And to have them leave, here's a little video. Let's listen to this little video. It's a little 12-second clip. There you go. And for those of you on the podcast, I'm gonna read what it says. This is cool. The Brexit Act is now law. We're leaving on the 31st of January. We're getting it done. Beautiful, beautiful. You gotta love that. Guess I better pause that. It's gonna keep on playing every 12 seconds, right? But there we go. So that was pretty cool. Just to see that UK has left the EU. It's like, woo! We'll get to the Jimmy Carter thing here in a second. And that's the very last drop that I think we had late the night before. Now here look at this. Corrupt D's fighting for their lives to keep media government focused on POTUS. Don't worry, it won't be boring forever. Q. And he actually posts this. This is just a scary and amazing post, guys. These are actual payments. There's 5 payments here from the DNC, the Democratic National Committee. This is when Derry, Waterman Schultz, and You had Donna Brazil, in charge of these corrupt organizations, and they were paying CrowdStrike, and POTUS purposely mentioned CrowdStrike to strike fear in the deep state in that call that they were planning on, because we knew, according to QAnon, right? We knew from actually bugging the skiff and knowing that Obama was actually working with Schumer, working with Pelosi, working with Schiff and Nadler. All of them were together, and they were basically planning this whistleblower thing. So we knew about it. The White Hats knew about it. And what'd they do? The White Hats actually planned on exactly what to say during the call. And it was coded. Go look at my SB2 post on the decoding of the actual two calls and what POTUS wrote down when he was talking about the call, when he was talking back to with a very big, bold thing so everybody could see it, to the media. Those things were decoded by SB2, clearly showing that they purposely brought up the CrowdStrike here. It was a coded message to us, a coded message to the deep state that you have been caught. Remember what POTUS said? He didn't say, I'm going to catch the deep state. He said, I caught the deep state. And that is because that's why they released a transcript, and they are in a world of hurt, and that all starts tomorrow. But the biggest takeaway from this is these two payments here. Look at this. So $1,400 payment, a $4,200 payment, a $7,800 payment. Those kind of make sense, right? 5,583, 5,5. So in those 3 months there, taking these two big payments out, you're averaging $3,000 or $4,000 every couple months, right? Not a lot being paid. But look at these two bombs on 8/3 and 7/11, and people started tracking it back to key events that happened. 2 DNC people most likely murdered the day before both of these. So there is some awesome pictures coming out about this. Look at this is a graphic. DNC payments to CrowdStrike. Look at this. Seth Rich was murdered on 7/10/2016. And because I said Seth, R-I-C-H, this video will never, because they'll demonetize me for like 3 days, and I fight it just to strengthen my lawsuit against them, right? And then they let most of my videos, I'd say about 10% of my videos, they'll actually turn monetization on. After 3 days, I get almost zero from that. But because I said that word, this one will be one of the 90%. There's so many words that they take a QAnon Q reporter like me. I'm a completely eliminated, and they do that just so they won't be in the search results. They won't be in suggested. They're just trying to censor us completely, silence us completely, and they did it. I was growing at 5,000 per month before they put an algorithm on me, and it took a whole year to grow to 5,000. That's that. So they 1/12 of my growth. They just killed it overnight on March 29th of last year. So that's what's amazing. And I just want to let you know, like certain words, George, SORS, Eric with the